What I'd like you to do is sit in a chair. I want you to lift your rib cage up. And the first exercise is to get you to get your head back over your shoulders. So from a side view, it would look like this. I want you to lift your rib cage up, and I want you to pull your head back over your shoulders. You can pretend there's a wall behind you, and you want to touch the back of your neck to that wall. Good. Hold it there a second or two. You'll feel all the muscles down the length of your spine tighten, and then let it relax. And again, I want you to lift your rib cage up, pull your abdominals in a bit, and pull your head right back over your shoulders. And if you feel like you have a double chin going on, nobody wants that. So just take your chin and tip it up a bit. But the whole point is to get your head right back to the center of your shoulders. Good. And let that relax. And I want you to take your hands and clasp them, stretch forward, and just slide your arms from side to side. Good. Next exercise, I want you to lift your rib cage up again. Take your arms and externally rotate them. Your palms should face up, your thumbs point behind you. I want you to lift your shoulders and let them down. Let your neck muscles relax. Pull your abdominals in a bit and then just press your arms back. And I want you to think of squeezing between your shoulder blades. Because we are a nation of professional sitters, too many of us sit all day long, the muscles across your mid-back get really, really weak, and this will help strengthen them. Excellent. Lift your arms a bit, and you should feel that a little higher in the muscle group. And again, start to let your arms come down. The whole time, you're concentrating on just squeezing your shoulder blades together. Excellent. Clasp your hands. Stretch your arms forward. You should feel those muscles between your shoulder blades stretch and relax a little bit. And just from side to side. Good. Next exercise, lift your rib cage up. Put your hands behind your head and press your elbows back. And I want you to pretend that your hands are a wall. And I want you to very gently press your head into your hands. And as you do that, again, you should feel the muscles down the length of your spine tighten. Hold that for a few seconds and then stop pressing back. And to finish this off, I want you to press your elbows back. They won't go back very far and they don't need to. But again, where you want to concentrate on feeling this is right across your middle back, and you will undoubtedly feel it in your arms and in your shoulders, but also in your mid-back. Press back and hold a second. Good. And to let those muscles relax, I want you to let your head rest on your hand, and I want you to let one arm just relax. Let all the muscles in your neck and in your shoulders relax. Excellent. Change sides. Let your head rest on your hand. And again, just let that arm, you start swinging it, momentum will kind of carry it, and you let all those muscles in your neck and shoulders relax. Excellent. Now I want you to grab your band. And for the next exercise, take your band, loop it around your foot, and I want you to stretch your leg out. And from here, lift your rib cage up, press your shoulders down. And all I want you to do is pull your fists straight back. Squeeze between those shoulder blades and let it release. And pull it back. And the slower you do these exercises, the more effective they are. So you always want to hesitate for a few seconds and then let it relax just as slowly as you pull back. Good. Again, squeeze back, squeeze between your shoulder blades, hold it a few seconds, but don't hold your breath, and let it relax. And again, pull back. Make sure your shoulders are not hunching. You want to keep them pressed down. You want your neck to be relaxing. The only thing that should be moving and tensing right now are your arm muscles and your back muscles. Pull back and hold. Good. Squeeze those muscles and release. And again, make sure your rib cage stays lifted. Make sure your shoulders stay relaxed and keep your neck muscles relaxed. Pull back again and squeeze and hold and release it. And again, pull back. Good. And let that band down. And I want you to change feet. Loop it over the other foot. Again, lift your rib cage up, stretch your leg out. By the way, if it's too tight behind your knee, then this is not a leg exercise, so by all means, bend that knee. But again, lift your rib cage, and from here, I want you to let your elbows out to the sides, and again, pull back. And you'll feel this differently than you did with the other exercise. And release it. Taking nice deep breaths, pull your elbows back, squeeze between your shoulder blades, and hold it, and release. And pull back and squeeze. Feel all those muscles in your back and in your arms working. Good. And let it go. And again, pull back, keeping those shoulders down. And release. And again, squeeze those muscles between the shoulder blades. You'll feel those big flat muscles on the sides of your back tighten, the lats. And again, pull back and squeeze. 2 more times. And release. And pull back. Hold it a few seconds. Let it go. One more time. Squeeze those muscles, hold it tight, don't hold your breath. I know it's really easy to hold your breath when you first start doing these. And let it relax. Good. And again, I want you just to clasp your hands, stretch your arms forward, slide your hands to one side, and then around to the other. Next exercise will really help you unround your shoulders. And what I want you to do is, again, lift your rib cage up, elbows by your sides, your palms should face up, and I want you to wrap your fingers around the band. Keep your elbows right by your sides and pull your hands away from one another. And then hold this. And as you hold this, you should feel all those muscles around your shoulders contract and tighten. We have this group of muscles called the rotator cuff. And when they are nice and strong, they keep your shoulders aligned. So if you've ever noticed that your shoulders round forward, this is the exercise to do. And release. And again, separate your hands from one another. Just hold this. Try not to hold your breath. And release. You feel any tension in the small of your back, and that tells me that you're just letting your abdominal muscles relax. And so all you have to do is pull them in a bit. And release. And again, pull your hands away from one another. Notice that the band is fairly close to my legs. Good. And release it. The higher you have it, it changes the exercise, so I want it low. And pull your hands away from one another. Take a few deep breaths. And release. 2 more times. Pull out and hold. Feel all of those muscles around each shoulder. And notice, does one side tighten more than the other? Does one side feel weaker than the other? And release. And pull out and hold. Good. And let it relax. And again, I want you to let your head rest on your hand. Let one arm just hang like a dead weight. Let all the muscles in your neck and in your shoulders relax. Good. Change sides. Full weight of your head in your hand. Let those muscles relax.